So, the following is just like a quick commentary on the Horizon Zero Dawn situation, just putting in my 2 cents. I think Horizon is a okay looking game. I'm gonna play it eventually. I don't think that anyone really gives a fuck about her face being a little bit wider. What people do give a fuck about is this constant messing around with culture, messing around with pop culture characters for no reason, and then being all snobby about it and being like, we wanted people to be blah 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 blah, universal blah blah blah, acceptance blah 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 bullshit. It's just cover for people who cannot really do good work. That's what comes to mind when I see the Witcher pseudo prequel pseudo spinoff. And through the forum, as soon as Witcher got the weird woke treatment, I mean, seriously, like a lot of people were bitching about like who got killed and the story not being very well adapted, which I agree. The robbing the pilot, the season 2 pilot, off of its moral complexity is just fucking dumb. But the simple reality here is, if you're too stupid to notice that Vesemir's conflict with about Siri, the 3 episode situation of this 8 episode season, Vesemir saying witchers, not wolves, and no one explaining about the school of the bear and the school of the cat, that is just fucking idiotic. And you should have caught that like ages ago, and it just doesn't work. Also, the final reveal with the daddy being a baby murderer, that doesn't work. Like, it's a little bit more complicated than that, and it's just, if giant chunks of your audience have already played the game and seen playthroughs of the game and already know this and that, why are you setting up? I mean, this evolved into Witcher bitching. Like when you look at Halo, we got a good adaptation of Halo. It had that chick from Narnia in it. And now we are getting a series about Halo, and all we see is boring looking environment, and mostly diverse faces that we don't give a fuck about. Like, no situation, no story, no nothing. It's just Halo faces. Like, I'm not exactly 100%, but I think TV shows used to be more diverse before the Hillary craziness. Like, I'm gonna be telling who, what, where, and when eventually. Maybe in the next 2 years, I'm gonna get around to telling whether or not certain shows are more diverse and more competent. But, like, seriously, like, everything has to be a token something. There was this scandal a while back where Marvel's history book didn't include a lesbian, an important lesbian business worker who used to be in Marvel history books or DC books. I don't remember where. I think it was Marvel. And she basically set up a significant chunk of the industry on the ground doing footwork, like going to places, making shops more professional so that the industry can have an industry. And she got erased because it didn't suit the narrative of, we're making things more progressive. There's a reason why Republicans are being crazy about, fucking gender studies in schools, even though gender studies in schools isn't really a thing. It's just they're using a nickname based on using the same words for an actual thing in law. And it's just the dumbest thing ever. But people are like fine with it because the Democratic Party is so hypocritical, and because the fake progressive media, the people who identify as woke, those people are just crazy narcissists. Like, if you spend 5 years of your life constantly making money off of drama, off of inventing drama, off of pushing drama, off of bitching about drama, off of inventing scandals, off of not doing anything remotely resembling your job title, and in those 5 years, you're underpaid. Maybe you're underpaid. I don't know. I know there's a lot of bro culture, tech industry nonsense. But in those 5 years, you didn't find another job. You didn't figure out another niche. You didn't gradually. I mean, seriously, all you need is cults, culture, pop, hotties, and a niche. Those are the 5 things you need to talk about instead of drama or anti-drama. You can talk about anti-drama. You can call people out. You can call Amber Heard out. But fake Gamergate nonsense, Gamergate 2.0, inventing a cultural movement to bitch, where people bitch about stuff so that you can bitch about them bitching about like 2% of a fraction of, like, if like 14 guys are being assholes about some new game and 100,000 people are not being assholes about some new game, and you're bitching about the toxic blah 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 about the fandom, you're being an asshole. You are being a fuckboy. You are being a fuckboy. We know what doublespeak means. We know what fuckboys are. Like, what are you doing with your life? Why are you doing this? Why should we care about you? Why should we care if you succeed or not? Why should we keep on clicking this bullshit? Stop it. Nobody gives a fuck about Horizon Zero Dawn 2021. Except people who played the first game and, like, want to try it out. Like, I don't actually give a fuck if she's hot or not. I mean, now that people are inventing this drama, I'm a bit annoyed, and I'm gonna think about that when I look at her face. But like, there are legitimate reasons why her face should be a little bit wider, because she's, a hunter, but not that wide. That's a little bit weird. And she's still okay looking. I mean, she's not ugly, but like, I remember there was some shooter a while back, some World War II shooter that had a fuckface. A fuckface. You know how some people color their hair, but they don't put any real effort into making their hair look good? Like, I've seen Jesse Page. Jesse Page looks good. I've seen Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Negasonic Teenage Warhead looks good. And like, I guess that thing on Netflix, the new thing, looks fine. But seriously, like, there are some people who just don't put any effort whatsoever in their appearance, and they just color their hair to pretend like they're so progressive, man. Like, we're so progressive. Like, toxic masculinity is everywhere. Yeah. And Me Too is like some sort of holy thing. Like, Me Too was a half-assed cultural attempt to get rid of bad guys. Some bad guys got rid of, but it wasn't like a universally good thing. Some people, like Annie Signor, got fucked in the process. Annie Signor's ex-mistress made up a whole bunch of bullshit about him that he had to hold his mouth for however long the trial took. Then he showed people with the emails that she was fucking lying about emails. Amber Heard got away with, in the UK trial, she's not getting away with everything. Fuck that bitch. Amber Heard got away. No, the Sun got away with slandering Johnny Depp because once upon a time, the first time Amber Heard lied, she lied to Johnny about him being abusive inside of a jet while he was asleep. while he was passed out. And then a series of fake bullshit, 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 fake bullshit. And the judge in that trial spent 56 pages of a fever dream explaining how he took that and like colored all of her witnesses realistic and all of Johnny's witnesses, even third party witnesses, unrealistic. Random cops. Meanwhile, people paying attention to the trial were like looking at a Facebook picture posted of I'm not kidding, of a purple flush monster posted by a sound guy working on a TV show that Io was on, so that we could like show that Io was faking his shit, faking his whereabouts during one of the incidents. Like the bottle wasn't smashed. The bottle was in the upstairs bedroom, spilled. I mean, it was obvious that it was spilled because of the tapestry behind it, but people still went to the trouble of figuring out the type of bottle, the vintage, the pricing, and the exact dimensions, and figuring out the size of the floorboards. Like, seriously. Like, fucking... The internet went forensic. Like, it's all fake bullshit, you know? Look up Ollie Larter and Allegra Coleman. Then look up I Libertine. The book's history, not the book. And no, I'm not talking about ironically, the Johnny Depp movies, The Libertine. I'm talking about I Libertine. That's the type of bullshit that's happening here. That's the type of bullshit that's corrupting culture right now. And culture isn't easily corrupted by it. People just know that this is all bullshit. Goodbye.